Shelley Hofberg is a clairvoyant, medium, pet psychic, and tarot reader. She does not ask for the details about your life, but primarily relies on her gift of clairvoyance to receive the psychic insights that will be the most helpful to you about your soulmate, relationships, money concerns, and your career path. As a pet psychic, she will receive insights about what your pet or pets want you to know. As a medium, she will connect with your loved ones on the other side. Shelley Hofberg is the host of the Psychic Horizon radio show, produced by Goldilocks Productions and presented on Blog Talk Radio, Thursdays at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. Shelley brings together the pioneers and visionary teachers to share with you some of the most enlightening knowledge that is out there today to expand your horizons and open the paths to higher consciousness.
Welcome to the Psychic Horizon Show. I'm your host, Psychic Shelley Hofberg, and today's special guest is Jeremy Riden, psychic numerologist Jeremy Riden. And before I bring on Jeremy, I just want to make some quick announcements that Jeremy Riden will be back on April 12th. He's the author of The Quest Method, Your Intuitive Destiny Guide, and Your Soul Story, How to Create the Life You Always Wanted. And on March 15th and April 19th, Brian Ross will be my special guest. He's the host of the Magical Journey radio show that comes on Wednesdays at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, produced by Goldilocks Productions. And on March 22nd is Eve Spirit Speaks, who talk about the four clairs. And on March 29th is Carl Jung, who will be talking about dreams. And on April 5th is Frank Falcon, who talk about the tarot. And on April 26th is Bob Stahl, who will talk about angel cards. I'm going to be at the Learning Life Foundation Psychic Fair this Saturday in Anaheim, California, from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. And on March 24th, I'll be at the School of Multidimensional Healing and Science Psychic Fair from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. And on April 8th, I'll be at the New Earth Expo in Los Angeles from 10 a.m. till 6 p.m. I'm now ready to bring on my guest, Jeremy Riden. Hello, Jeremy.
Hey, Shelley, it's great to be on Psychic Horizon. Looking forward to a good show today.
Yes, and can you tell the callers a little bit about yourself?
Well, yes, Shelley. I am a Midwester. I live in Grand Haven on beautiful Lake Michigan, but I travel all over the world as a spiritual life coach, an intuitive life coach. I help speak into people's lives the words of spirit to encourage them, to lift them up, to give them directions and answers. I'm an author of 2 best-selling books you already previously mentioned, Your Soul Story and The Quest Method that just came out recently. And I do a lot of coaching over the phone, one-on-one coaching over the phone. So if you're interested in getting some coaching, whether in your love life, career life, or just wanting to know the messages that the universe has for you, you can go to my website, my last name, RidenResults.com, RidenResults.com. And I'm looking forward to answering some questions today to all the callers that are calling in.
And can you tell us about your new book, The Quest Method, Your Intuitive Destiny Guide, that is now for sale on Amazon?
Yes, everyone out there, I was wanting to bring numerology into the 21st century. Numerology is an ancient system that says that the numbers are messages from God. It's an energy system to answering your questions. And I was blessed enough to develop a system after many years of working with numerology and clients a divination system on how to get direct access to your intuition, direct access to what is truly going on behind the scenes. So many times we have hunches, we have wishes, we have guesses, and we're not quite sure truly what our heart is trying to tell us. Well, I created the Quest method, your intuitive destiny guide. I created it in mind for everyday people that would like to ask a question, pick 3 numbers quickly, 1 through 9, and depending on what numbers you pick, it would give you insight into the answer to that question. So it's like an oracle. It's a divination. How you have tarot cards, and you have all kinds of like the divination ball. Well, the Quest method is a divination tool for using the gift of numerology. And I'm excited. It's on Amazon. Just look up the Quest method, your intuitive destiny guide. You can look up at my name, Jeremy Riden, Riden, or you can get it on Kindle. For those that like to get books off of Kindle, it's on there. And I really, really think that you will find it very easy, probably easier than anything you've ever done, and very accurate. And in fact, today when callers call in, we'll do a couple of examples, live demonstrations, just to show you how accurate and simple it is.
Yes. And Jeremy, let's take our first caller, which is area code 347. Hello, 347.
Hi, thank you for taking my call. This is Tanika.
Tanika, hi, Tanika. And Tanika,
Hi.
What is your question today?
Okay, I wanted to see if you saw my work situation changing. I had to speak to one of my managers today about 2 disruptive girls that are kind of making my job uncomfortable. So I just wanted to know if you saw what's the outcome now, what it's going to be like what's going to happen, like if you saw me staying there, or if I'm going to leave, or if it's going to get better or worse, or what's going to happen. And if you see
Okay, that's what I'm gonna cut you off so we can get all the callers. Good question though. She wants to know about her job, what's going on there. She has some uncomfortable situations going on. What I need you to do for me, Tamika, and everyone else that calls in, quickly tell us your question in the sentence, and then give me your month and day of birth and how old you are currently. So what's your month and day, ma'am?
September 3rd.
9/3. Okay, so you celebrate the same birthday as Shelley, I believe. And
Yes, I do.
Yeah, so happy birthday. And then how old are you right now?
39.
39. Excellent. And I'm going to look and see what's going on in the career front. And when we're turning you over to the host, Shelley, I know she'll have something with her gift of psychicism. Shelley?
I feel, Tanika, that the manager is going to have a meeting with the girls. He's going to talk to them separately, to find out what their problem is and why they're bothering you. He is going to look into the matter, and then there's going to be a meeting between you and the manager and the 2 girls and you. After he speaks to them, he'll have a group meeting. And so I think because you got the management involved and they don't want to get in trouble with management, that they're going to leave you alone and you'll be able to stay on the job. They're going to leave you alone. I don't think you're going to stay in that company. I think this year you're going to leave because you're going to have a better job offer coming up in April, May, June. There's a better job offer for you, a better job. So I think that you will not stay in that company, but that you will leave and get a better job and work in a non-hostile work environment. And it would be better for you. So you're going to get a better job, and it's in the business world, and it deals with communication and promotions, promoting and marketing of things and communicating. So it may be in a different field than the field that you're working in. You may make it go into a different direction with your career that will be more beneficial and better for you and more financially lucrative for you. Jeremy, what do you pick up for Tanika?
Well, Tanika, first of all, you're in our prayers. It's hard when there's trouble at work to feel any kind of peace. but we have a higher hope that all things work together for our good. Shelley's right. Looking at your situation, you know, I don't want to say bad news, but good news and better news. The good news, the best news is that you're financially protected this year. In fact, finances become very stable this year with you. What you're probably worried about is what's going on with this job. I do see it ending. I probably see it ending here, I would think, within the next 52 days. I see May, something coming up in May for you that's a lot better. Even with the ending of the job, if it does end, everything that's ending right now that seems like it's pressure to you financially, work pressure, all this pressure. And remember, a diamond is made under pressure. Diamond is also a symbol of financial prosperity. So I do want you to know, don't be stressed out. You are actually going to be financially protected this year. And any endings that you're facing right now would also be a blessing. It's leading you to more happiness. It's leading you to a better environment. But we thank you for calling. And a quick question, too. Do you have siblings?
Yeah, I have an older sister. I'm the second oldest, and I have a few younger sisters.
Okay,
and a
so
brother.
I'm going to encourage you to spend time with your siblings this year. Something's going on in the house of siblings. So whether you'll have to take care of one or they're going to help you out, but any chance that you get to spend a little more time with your siblings or work on the communications with your siblings, that's definitely going to be a focus this year, communicating more with your siblings. Shelley, how can Tamika or anyone else get a hold of you?
818-744-5241 or go to psychichorizon.com. Thank you for calling. And Jeremy, how can Tanika get in contact with you?
Thank you for calling, Tamika. And everyone else out there who wants to know what's going on with your career, you can just go to ridenresults.com and look me up on Facebook or anywhere else. I'm out there online, so you'll see me. Thank you for calling.
And we're now going to continue our interview with Jeremy Riden. And then we're going to take our next caller, which is Carolyn, area code 818. What is numerology and how does God use it to speak with us?
Okay, numerology, it just has astrology says that the planets are making impact in our life, that the planets are vibrational messages of the universe. Numerology says, like Einstein and all the other mathematicians, that the universe is made up of math, that mathematics is the language of the universe. And so even though I stink at math, I'm actually good at numerology because numerology is not about quantity, it's about quality. So you were taught in school that 2 + 2 = 4. But when you look at numbers through a spiritual sense, 4 is a quantity, but it's also a quality. And the quality of 4 is sturdy, strong, safety, stable, practical. So numerology teaches that the day you were born is not an accident. All those numbers on your birthday tell us about your personality. They tell us about your traits. They also tell us a little bit about what destiny has in store for you. So God uses numerology all the time. God loves numbers so much. The whole Bible is coated with numbers. 7 days, 7 is a holy number, 11 is a holy number, 40, and the whole book of Numbers. And so when you see a number repeated over and over again, or you turn your head and you see a certain number on the clock all the time, these numbers aren't just deja vu, but they're actually messages from the universe that your subconscious mind is trying to relay to you. And if you can learn what the numbers mean, next time when you see a repeating number over and over again, you'll be able to understand loud and clear what the universe is saying.
And Jeremy, let's take our next caller, which is Carolyn, area code 818. Hello, Carolyn.
Hello. Hi. Let me tell you, Jeremy, my birthday is August 22nd, and I'm 68 years old. The question I have, I want to know if the Learning Life Foundation Spiritual Center will receive enough donations to stay open.
Okay. Well, that's a very, 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 very good question. Let's take a breath real quick, Carolyn. Take a nice deep breath.
I have a little cold.
I love your voice. I always think that you should get a job as reading books on tape because your voice is so sexy to me, kind of like Maya Angelou. But let's look at the question on what will help this book center stay open, or what would help the center to stay open. So take a deep breath.
Okay.
And real quickly, give me 3 numbers, 1 through 9.
3, 5, 7.
Okay, 3, 5, 7. So
yes.
The 3 tells me ultimately this place will still be communicating. It will still be, 3 is the number of communication, sharing truth, sharing wisdom. It's the number of the teacher, the lecturer. So, it tells me that the universe isn't done with this place being a lighthouse. What's holding it back is the 5. What the 5 says is that somehow in their fundraising or the way they get money, they need it. Well, I want to be careful here because I don't want to be too. Give me a second. The 5 means scattered energy. So what when it comes to raising money for this place, or if it's going to get money, they're going to have to ask themselves, where are we spreading ourselves too thin? How can we streamline our energy so it's more practical? So even if you're talking to these people, or if you're on the board, or if you know people, begin to say, what do we need to focus more on? Maybe our focus is too wide and we need to narrow it a little bit. The 7 says, just listen to the intuition, that spirit is there. So what I'm going to say, as I turn back over to Shelley, is that all these people are so intuitive anyways, as long as they continue to listen to spirit and kind of streamline spirit, kind of, get a little more focus with what spirit is wanting to do, that in some way or another, there's still going to be a center of communication. Shelley, what do you see?
I feel it'll stay open. I feel it's going to be a struggle, that they're in for a long struggle, that they need to have specialized events to raise money, have more people that are well known, like James Van Parr, come to the school to draw in people, and to have fundraisers. And they are going to have a fundraiser March 17th for people that want to go. The Learning Life Foundation is in Anaheim, California. Go online and look it up. So I feel that it's going to be a struggle, but for having well-known people come to the center and having fundraisers, they'll be able to raise enough money to keep their doors open. So I feel it's going to stay open. And Jeremy, how can Carolyn get in contact with you?
Yeah, Carolyn, you need to tell them to book me. They'll get some people to come out then.
That's a great idea.
Carolyn, you and anyone else that would like to book me for a reading can go to my website, ridenresults.com, or you can text me on my cell phone number, 616-795-5999, 616-795-5999.
Thank you. Have a blessed day.
You too, Carolyn. Love you.
I love you too. Bye.
And thank you for calling, Carolyn. Bye-bye. We're now going to continue our interview with Jeremy Riden, and then we're going to take our next caller, which is area code 916. Can you give us a quick rundown on what each number represents?
Oh, that's a tall order there, but we got a caller coming, so I'll do it quick. And Carolyn, if you're still listening, I swear you were in a past life a jazz singer. I just love your voice. Okay, so anyways, Shelley's question was, what do the numbers represent? As I was saying, every number represents something in numerology. Now, no one word will cover every number, but let's just give you an example. We're going to start with a 0. And 0 is the God number. The circle is oneness. It means that whenever you see a 0, that's a direct link to spirit, to God, to higher manifestation. 1, new beginnings, right? When you start with something, it's all new. It's number 1. It's being the best. 1's about being the best. It's about being the leader, the pioneer. 2, when we think about 2, we think about 2 people falling in love, right? 1 person's independent, but 2 people are in love. So 2 is the number of what we call romance. It's the number of sensitivity, being sensitive to people's feelings, counselor, communication. Communication more under 3, though. 3 is about communication. These are like, if you think of the last born in the family, outgoing, funny, very just I don't want to say silly, but just the life of the party, very creative. 3 is a very creative number. Then we look at 4. 4 is structure, stability, security, all those S words: structure, stability, security, safety. These are very dependable people, hard workers. Very, these are like the workhorse of the zodiac, get things done. Now, if 4 is the workhorse, 5, these are the party animals. 5 is wild, travel, advertising, marketing, sales. 5 is all about adventure and sexuality. And then 6 is also like the 4 hard worker, but more of like a manager, responsible. These are the humanitarians. These are your civic leaders. 6 is the number of family. It's the number of the soulmate. We think 2 is the number of the soulmate. 2 is actually about romance, but 6 is more about soulmate, that romance that turns into a family unit. 7, we're talking about intuition, spirituality, intelligence, higher learning. 8, we're talking about money, business, power, bottom line, get things done financially. 9 is a very old soul. It's the number of emotional healing. It's the number of, just a very wise wisdom. They're here to share their wisdom with others. And then, you're back at the 10, and 10 would now be a combination of 1 plus 0. 11 would now be a combination of 1 plus 1, which is a 2. And so in numerology, when you get past 9, you're just going to add the numbers together and reduce it until a single digit. So that's just a quick rundown, but you can have millions of combinations just depending on the order of the numbers, Shelley.
Awesome. And let's take our next caller, Jeremy, which is area code 916. Hello, 916.
Hello, this is Nancy.
Hi, Nancy.
Hi, Nancy.
And Nancy,
Hi.
What is your question today?
Yes, I just finished a course that I highly resonate with, and I would like to take it to the next level. And I want to see if you see me practicing my skills that I learned in the future.
What's your birthday?
Okay, August 2nd, and I'm 66.
And you're 66. Okay, and what kind of skill did you learn?
It's deep hypnosis.
Deep hypnosis, which I would love that. I love any type of hypnosis. Okay, so I'm going to look at what your chart says. So you're August 2nd, you're 66.
Mm-hmm.
Shelley, I'm going to turn Nancy over to you and see what you're picking up with her hypnosis work.
I feel that this is just the tip of the iceberg. You're going to take extended courses. There's going to be 2 other this year hypnosis courses coming up, more advanced, and you're going to be taking that. I feel you need to study more before you embark on doing it, so you are going to take these courses. And once you complete these 2 other courses that are going to be coming up, one may be by the same person you took the course with recently, and another would be a man that will be teaching a course, and you will be getting certification. I feel you are going to get certification for the course that you just took, so you are going to have certification. And I feel it could open up the door to a new career for you, that you may study hypnosis and get certified, and that it will open the door for a new career, and that it would be a very good career for you. You would be very successful, and you would do well with the career. Jeremy, do you have any questions, any answers for Nancy?
Well, Nancy, like I said, once again, I appreciate the work you're doing. long as you take some of the skills that you're naturally gifted at, which you're very naturally gifted at persuading people, speaking your mind, selling, marketing. So these are things that you can take you're very gifted at to promote your business in the future. Doesn't surprise me. You're a Jack of Diamonds, and Jack of Diamonds, they can fall under two spectrums. Okay, they can fall under really, really good or really, really bad. And when I'm bad, I mean challenge. I'm not here to judge, but yeah, black and white. So what happens is when they fall under the good, as they get older, they become initiators of initiating other people into higher truths, higher values. So maybe when you're younger, I want the nice car, the nice home, I want the good, I want nice things. And then as you get older, you realize, hey, it's okay to have nice things, but what really matters is having a faithful spouse or being a loving person or being there for someone. Mm-hmm. And so part of the job with the hypnosis is how are you going to help people begin to recognize what really is worth money in this world, what truly is wealth, what truly is health, what truly is happiness. And so that doesn't surprise me. I would definitely see you going further in that work with hypnosis, because hypnosis is a phenomenal tool to help people change limiting behavior. But also, besides changing behavior, hypnosis is one of the best, what I call discovering self-worth, discovering who you really are. And so using that to help people maybe become higher, have a higher perspective about what this world is all about, then definitely. Now this year, I want you to definitely get friends around you, because there's a lot of endings this year around you, things that need to be completed. And so with that being said, you're 66, you said? So yeah. I see, I don't want you to get discouraged. Usually when I see so many spiritual numbers around someone, there's usually more, it's not as easy on the mundane or the worldly aspect of life. And so I see a lot of spiritual numbers around you right now, meaning that there's something, either you're switching jobs or a job's going to be taken away or something financially, but it doesn't mean you're going to be in the poorhouse. But it does mean is that the universe is saying, have you created a prosperity mindset inside of you? And even when things look kind of scary, are you able to meditate? Are you able to deep breathe? Are you able to relax and trust God? And when you do that, you'll see that these things that look like they're shifting all around you this coming year, that they're not falling out of place, they're falling into place. Okay?
Right. I got it.
So, yeah. Thank you for calling. Good things all around you, though. Don't know. You're heading. You're asking, is this work that I can do, a higher calling, and will it take care of me? Yes, you're heading in a wonderful, wonderful direction. Keep going that way, because the world needs more of what you're going to be doing.
And Jeremy, how can Nancy get into contact with you?
Nancy and all the Nancys in the world, you can contact me by going to my website, Riden, my last name, RIDEN, results.com, because I'm all about getting you results. Or you can call me at 616-795-5999. If you're not my friend on Facebook, look me up on Facebook, look me up on Twitter, look me up on 1-800-HOT-SINGLE-GUYS, whatever. I'm out there. You'll find me.
And you can reach me at 818-744-5241 or go to psychichorizon.com. And thank you for calling the Psychic Horizon Show today, Nancy.
Okay, well, thank you.
Thank you, Nancy. I'm now going to continue my interview with Jeremy Riden, and then we're going to take our next caller, which is area code 630. Can you give examples how the angels may use numerology to speak to us?
Great question. Everyone, I love that song, Sign, Sign, Everywhere, Sign. There are signs all around us that God, the universe, and the angels are speaking to us. When we're talking about numerology, this is when the angels use numbers to speak with us. And so maybe you'll see a number over repeated, like, right now I'm looking at the clock and it says 3:33. So maybe I see 333 over and over again. Maybe it's on a receipt. Maybe it's on a license plate. Maybe it's on a house I drove by. When you see repetitive numbers, these are messages from the universe to you. There's several ways you can go about looking at the repetitive number. If you're all different numbers, go to a numerology website for free and look up what each number it means in numerology, and these may be essence or energies that you need to be working on. If it's the same number, then it's maybe, usually if it's three numbers, there's usually angels are associated with three numbers. Doreen Virtue and different ones out there have books about certain angels with certain numbers. Go to your bookstore, pick up an angel book. What I also say is add all the numbers together to get to a final number so you can see what the final outcome of that number is. So, like I said, license plates. A lot of times when I'm driving, license plates will speak to me with numbers. It doesn't even have to just be numbers. It could be words. Even when we're not doing numerology, if you hear a certain word being repetitive, or you had a dream and then the next day somebody's talking about what you dreamed about, coincidence are telegrams from heaven. Pay attention to the coincidence and you'll have an insight about what's going on in the universe. Okay, Shell, I'm ready for that call if you are.
Yes, 830. Hello, 830.
Hi, thanks for taking my call.
And who do we have the pleasure of speaking to?
My name is Dion.
Dion?
Yes.
Hello, Dion. And Dion, what is your question today?
My question is clues on my next relocation. I know I have to move, and I don't feel like I'm just trying to figure out like the perfect place and just clues on how to narrow down the search, because I feel like it's going to be temporary anyway, but I don't want to waste anybody's time because I'm very respectful of that. So I'm just trying to.
Okay, that's a great question.
Good location.
That's a great question. In fact, what you're calling is relocation astrology, and it's a phenomenal astrology branch out there. So there are some free websites you can look up on that. But let's go ahead and see real quickly. What's your month and day of birth?
December 5th.
Okay, December 5th. So the fact that you're born on the 5th already says that relocation is not a one-time thing for you. That's an always, because people on the 5th are travelers, they're explorers, they're adventurous. I'm going to look at something else real quick. How old are you right now?
44.
44, which just real quickly, it's an important year at 44 because 45th is your rebirth year in astrology, meaning that you're able to burn off all of your old karma next year and start completely new in this life. But I ain't got time to teach on that. I'm going to look and see what's going on with you, and I'll talk to you in a few minutes. Shelley, what do you see about her relocating?
I feel you're going to relocate out of state. Are you thinking of making an out of state move?
I was thinking of that, but it would only be temporary. I did it before. I did it last year too. So, I know that sounds so funny, but I've been just checking out different places.
I don't think it's going to be temporarily. I think where you're going to be relocating, which I feel will be Arizona, I feel you're going to resonate with Arizona. I feel that you're going to like Arizona. You're going to like the community. You're going to like the people there. You're going to like the culture, and that you're going to stay. You're not going to just pick up and move really anytime soon after you relocate. You'll stay there a while. So I think it might not be temporarily. I think it could be a long-term move that's coming up for you, because you're not going to want to leave. You're going to like it there. So I feel that Arizona or Colorado would be good places to look at, or Oregon. I feel, staying west. on the West Coast, would be good for you. So I feel that there's going to be a move there. Jeremy, what are you picking up for Dion?
Well, Dion, I'm just confirming something real quick. I would tell you right now, when your intuition already knows, right? So there's things when you laugh and he's like, I know it's not going to be permanent right now, this and that. Part of that is that this whole year it's becoming more creative in your finances and becoming more creative in how to make money and what you're going to be doing in the future. So when I see such a creative number, that does tell me that there's uncertainty, that you're needing flexibility to kind of get no more sure about what you're going to be doing. So, definitely, I would listen to what Shell's saying, but I would agree with you on that right now. Now, you what kind of work you do? Because you'd be really good in the communication field. So what kind of work are you doing?
Oh yeah, I sell windows.
Okay, excellent. So communication feels really, really good for you. Also, what's going on in the love front?
Nothing.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. But give me 1 second. Later on, there is going to be. Give me a second here. Yeah, stuff's going to be coming up on the love front later on. But right now, I can't give you any heads up on where to stay. I just, you heard Shelley look at Arizona. Be willing. I'm going to tell you, just keep your mind open. Just kind of go with your hunches right now. And more importantly, kind of also be thinking about what you're going to do with your money, because even though you're selling windows right now, when there's a 3 of diamond long term, it tells me that somehow, somewhere, the universe is going to say, we need you to switch it up a little bit or do what you're doing now in a little different way, because we need more money coming in, okay?
Okay, thank you.
All right, you have a good day. Thanks for calling.
I feel, Dion, that there's a new relationship coming up for you after you move. You're going to meet somebody, and that there's going to be some advancements in your job this year. There's going to be some kind of lateral promotion and advancements and improvement with your money and your financial resources. And Jeremy, how can Dion get in contact with you?
Well, Dion, if you're pretty, you can contact me at ridenresults.com. I'm single.
I'm single and I'm beautiful and I don't have a problem meeting men. My problem is that I just don't put effort towards relationships because I don't have a problem meeting guys. I feel like I hide most of the time because I don't even have to walk down the street and they follow me home. And so I get tired of it.
Yeah. Well, you're if you're happy being single, there's nothing wrong with it. I'm happy being single, so there's nothing wrong with being single and happy. That's the best way to be. I'm married to happy, as long as you're happy. Anyways, you can call me at 616-795-5999. And for all those that are wanting to know about the relationship status, Shelley, how can they get a hold of you?
818-744-5241 or go to psychichorizon.com. And thank you for calling the Psychic Horizon Show today, Dion.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm now going to continue my interview with Jeremy Riden. What are the 2 most important numbers in numerology, Jeremy?
The 2 most important numbers in numerology are your life path, which is the full day of birth. So I was born on 9/21/75. I add that all together. My life path is a 7. 7 tells me the kind of road I'm traveling on, which is a very spiritual road, a very intelligent, very sometimes lonely because you need time to, become deep thinker. So your life path tells us the road you're on. The second important number is what makes you happy is your destiny number. This tells us what makes you feel fulfilled, why you're here, what's going to bring you happiness, what your talent lies in. So those are the most 2. Your life path, which tells us, are you on a country road? Are you on a highway? Are you on a boat? Are you in a plane? and then the destiny. Are you heading to Jamaica or are you heading to Canada? Those two things, life path and destiny, are the most important numbers in numerology.
And what activities are favored in this month and next month, Jeremy?
Great question. So every month is governed by a numerology, and March, this month, March is the number 3, but we're going to add also the year 2018 that we're in. So actually March is favored for traveling. Any traveling is good in March. Business networking, dating is good in March. If you've been thinking about going back on a date, great month to do it. If you've been thinking about, trying to make some business contacts, great month to do it. Like maybe you want to start a radio show, call Tiffany White Sage, the producer of this show and all the other stuff, Goldilocks production channel. She can help you get your business going. So, anybody that has any business inclination to do some kind of sales, March is a great month for that. April, we're going to settle more down. April's about, getting back to the house, gardening, repairing your house. Spring is coming. It's a good time to get near the family again. Get near your grandparents, your parents, spend time around the family. So after you're done all your running around in March and April, make sure the house is being taken care of, getting ready for summer to come. And it's also in April, anything that favors hospital visits, anything that has to do with, taking on more responsibility for other people, that's favored too in the month of April.
And Jeremy, let's take our next caller, which is area code 973. Hello, 973.
Hello.
Hello. Welcome to the show.
Thank you for picking up my call.
Speaking to.
This is Jacqueline.
Hello, Jacqueline.
Hi.
And Jacqueline, what questions do you have?
I'm trying to get to a resolution with a problem with my family, and I'm just hoping that it takes place spring to summer. I just want to see what you have, what you can see.
When's your day of birth?
January 5th, 1965.
So you're 52 right now? Okay.
Am I what?
How old are you right now?
I'm 53.
53, sorry. Okay, so you're 53. All right, and you're January 5th. I'm going to see what's going on this year with you. I'm going to turn you over to Shelley and see what she taps into.
Okay, thank you.
It feels like there has been some difficulties around family, a lot of turmoil, a lot of miscommunication, and I feel it's going to take you to heal the situation, to reach out to them, and to heal the situation and to reach out to them. And I think that would be important, especially your mother and sister, because it seems to be around mother and sister that there's mostly difficulties. And
yes, but my mother is on the other side, but it does have to do with my mother and my sister.
It does have to do with your mother and sister?
Yes.
I feel that your sister and you will patch things up. She can be difficult. She's kind of stubborn and difficult, and it feels it might be dealing with money, some type of inheritance.
Yes.
And I feel that that you need to try to reach out to her and talk with her and come to some kind of agreement with each other.
Well, I tried to reach out to her, but she's the person that pretty much created all the turmoil.
The only other solution is going to be to take legal action, because your mom wanted you to have an inheritance. It's her wish for you to have it. Your mom is talking to me now and saying you need to stand up for yourself, you need to fight. She wants you to have this inheritance that she left you and not to let your sister take it from you. And she's very disappointed in your sister right now. And so I feel that you may need to take legal recourse to protect yourself, because you've already reached out to her and you tried to resolve things, which was the right thing to do, to try to reach out and resolve things. But if she's not willing to cooperate with you, and
they have not. She and another brother have defied every court order. Every court order. And yes, I do. I have been taking legal actions, but in each case, you reach to a stalemate where it's up to me to get them out. And when it comes to my sister, there's always some type of mental issue, because now she stayed in the house, no utilities, nothing, and she could move on.
She's attached to the house. She's grieving over your mother. You both are grieving over the loss of your mother, even though it's been over a year since your mother has passed. It was still a very hard thing for both of you to go through. And I feel that you want to do the right thing by her, and I think the right thing is for her to be able to move on. So I feel you may have to get an eviction notice, to evict her. And you have to go to the court to get the eviction notice. And she'll have to leave if there's an eviction notice, because otherwise she'll be kicked out, and she's not going to want that. And I think the problem is that she may not have any place to go right now. She may have to find a place to go where she could live. So I think that that's an issue right now. But that's all you can do, is get an eviction notice and take legal recourses. That's the only way you're going to be able to resolve this problem, unfortunately. Jeremy, what do you see for Jacqueline?
Well, Jacqueline, I see that you are going to get your fair share of the money. I looked at all the different cards, and there is a sum of money coming your way. But it also shows that right now that conflict is surrounding it, and the conflict is communication. And so I know you feel like on your part you're trying to communicate and they're not listening. I would definitely think of the word compromise. What's the win-win? How do I see my sister and brother and say, listen, you guys aren't going to get everything you want. I'm not going to get everything I want. But how can we win-win? Let's put aside our feelings. Whether you think I didn't visit mom enough, or you didn't think who loved her better, who did a bit more. Let's put that all aside. Let's sit down and let me see it from your point of view. You see it from my point of view, and let's try to find a middle ground. So keep trying to compromise with your family, because you're not going to be cheated out of a compromise. Money does come your way this year. So good luck on the compromise, and just hold out. Your money's coming.
And
do you see me moving? Because I really want to move in the house. They've already sold several properties and kept all the money. And basically, it looked like they wasted all that money.
Well, the move is possible because there is a 10 of diamond under your result card. 10 of diamonds is a lot of times a lump sum of money, but it also is usually a real estate, being involved in a real estate situation. So, I can't say for sure, are you going to get the money or move in the house? I can say that most likely what you're desiring, that's the way it's going to go, because 10 of diamonds is usually us getting our heart's desire. I'm seeing a heart's desire come your way, but it's not going to come. You got to keep on communicating. Don't allow the communication process to stop. Back to you, Shelley.
Jeremy, how can Jacqueline get in contact with you?
Jacqueline and anyone else that wants to know about their financial situation can go to ridenresults.com. You can text me at 616-795-5999. Look me up on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, all those good things, and you can see some of my free teaching out there. Back to you, Shelley.
And Jacqueline, you could get a hold of me at 818-744-5241 or go to psychichorizon.com. And thank you for calling the Psychic Horizon Show, Jacqueline.
Have a great day, Jacqueline.
You too. Thank you.
I wanted to thank Jeremy Riden for being a guest on the Psychic Horizon Show. He'll be back April 19th. I wanted to thank Tiffany White, Sage Woman of Goldilocks Production, for producing the Psychic Horizon Show. And I want to thank all the callers who participated today in the Psychic Horizon show. Thank you for calling, Jeremy.
Thank you, Shelley. Everyone have a great, happy March, and happy St. Patrick's Day coming up.
Thank you, Jeremy. Have a good day. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.